Okay, moms with nonverbal or speech delay, non-speaking kids, I just did a 5-ish minute video on why and what you can do about it, and I want to kind of sum it up again here. You're going to want to save this because I'm still dropping information that you're probably going to forget, but is really helpful. I also have it in my free guide. If you go to the link on my page, you can get the free guide there. It kind of goes over what I'm talking about as well. But I want to be the one to tell you that there is a reason. There is a reason. And not 100% of the time can this be improved, but a lot of the percent of the time you can take a nonverbal child to speaking, and not overnight, but absolutely with steady improvements, you can hear your sweet kiddo talk. I just watched a reel on a 2-year-old boy, I think, who had sensory issue problems, still used a passy, which she said she gets a lot of crap for. She really needs to help him regulate himself if he's, leaving a place that he really likes. He has really high anxiety. He's not speaking. All of these things have a reason. And it's different in every single child. But even for her, having a passy, no problem. My kids had a passy till 3 years old. I get it. But structurally, the mouth, when you have a passy, narrows, okay, and causes an open mouth breathing, which in and of itself, not talking about any of the other 20 reasons that can cause symptoms like I've mentioned, just the mouth breathing alone can send the body into a fight or flight response at all the time. So these kids have a difficult time sleeping. They're irritable, they're tired, they have these anxiety symptoms and sensory overload because they're not sleeping and because their nervous system is completely dysregulated. And that's just one reason why. There's also toxins like mold or heavy metals or underlying infections or bacterial overgrowth. There's so many reasons that can trigger the symptoms that we're seeing being called autism. And I'm not saying autism is not a diagnosis. It's not real. I'm not saying anything about needing to fix. I'm just saying to help the function of these sweet kiddos from a day-to-day life, or improve speech, which is obviously really important, and every mom wants to hear their kiddos speak if they can, and it makes their life easier. So it's really important to understand the things that are going on underneath, because when we understand that, we can have a better idea of what to do. So I'm not going to go into everything here. I just talked about the mouth breathing. I go over these 3 foundations and all the things that you can do to help these 3 foundations, which is cellular health, nervous system regulation, and primitive reflexes. They all have to do with each other. If one is off, the other 2 are off. It's a checks and balance, and then the whole immune system is off. And lastly, mitochondria is a really, really big thing and a really big underlying reason. Regardless of the trigger, whether it's the infection, the mold, the toxins, heavy metals, whatever the trigger is, mitochondria are working to fix that problem, and then speech gets put on the back burner. So the mitochondria is the energy of the cell, the energy of the brain to wire and fire and connect properly, to move the mouth and the tongue is a very high functioning task that the mitochondria have a big role in. So if we can create healthier cells, reduce inflammation, create healthier mitochondria and more mitochondria for more connection, speech can happen. So go get my guide, save this, and comment where you're at or any questions that you have so I can help.